Hi people, welcome to Chess 24/7 and you're encountering another online chess blitz video, and we have Sicilian Defence. Let's go to Grand Prix attack with f4 and bishop b5 check, and normally we have bishop d7, bishop takes d7 check, and then we carry on, but knight to c6 is quite novel. Anyhow, let's just develop for now. And but before castling, let me play c3, because if I have a6 and then b5, then I can retreat my bishop to c2, because I like to play with bishops. And let's see what do we have now. Okay, g6. So this is some form of accelerated dragon variation of Sicilian, and I think Grand Prix attack is much promising uh, than any other defense to encounter Sicilian. And let's push for d4, because now I think my c pawn can defend the d pawn if taken. And now we have bishop g7, but I can now push this knight, and yeah, okay, I have to retreat my bishop. And now we might have a6 and then b5, but a5, but but with a5 this b5 square is kind of weak. But let me just push a bit forward. Let's see where does this knight go. I think this knight is not in a good shape. Okay, let me just defend this pawn, my e5 pawn, because these are two centered pawn duos that I need to protect. And now let's develop. Okay, but let me just first take this bishop out, and now I'll capture the pawn, because now if knight takes e6, then I can place my knight on d5, which will be much better square. Yeah, but he can capture with the f1. Okay, let's get ready to fiancate to my dark bishop, because for me my dark bishop is not so great bishop. I think this is a mistake. I think he completely ignored the fact that my bishop on c1 was protecting the pawn on f4. But yes, he has a good strong solid center, and I have an isolated pawn. But let's get out of this diagonal, although this diagonal is quite closed because of the e5 pawn. But I can hit his rook, and indirectly I'm controlling this d file, because he cannot bring his rook over here. But let's just connect my rooks over here. And yes, he would be thinking to get rid of this bishop, because he's not allowing his rook to come in on d8. But let me just do this, and yes, this might turn out to be bad, because he might give me a fork. Yes, but I can handle this with. But yes, I think if my opponent's queen moves away to any square where my knight cannot influence her, then I think I have to say bye bye to my knight. I think I can get out of this fork. Yes, I can get out of this fork. I was lucky enough to get out of that fork, and I think my knight on d5 is much better placed. This is mistake, because I have a fork over here and can win his queen. So let's see what do we have next, because I'm going to capture his pawn if he captures my knight. Oh yes, okay. So he's over there, he's still playing. That's okay, that's good, that's good. Okay, I cannot take the knight and I cannot take the c5 pawn also, but I can give him a check. Let's see, he's still playing. That requires a lot of courage. Let me get ready for some discovered attack kind of thing. Okay, rook to f8, but okay, I think there's mate in 2 or 3. I can't see this mate because after knight to h6 check, king has to move to h8, then queen to g8 check, rook takes g8, and knight to f7 is mate. Yes, this is better. Let's see. Yeah, yeah, game over. Good game, good game. Let's revert and see what do we have. Okay, e4, c5 Sicilian, f4 Grand Prix rank, d6. I think this is quite novel. I generally see bishop d7 and then bishop takes c7 and then knight takes or even queen takes d7. But knight to c6 is quite new thing. Knight f3, bishop d7, c3, and this is a multi-purpose move. It actually prevents a6, b5, and then I can retreat my bishop to c2, and it also supports the d pawn. And he was, yeah, I mean, in this situation I was having a lot of tempo going on, but that's okay. It's still acceptable in games. I mean, tempo is not a big deal. And yes, I think I should have let him recapture my d5 pawn instead of me recapturing his e5 pawn. And this is just mistake. Yeah, I knew that my f4 pawn was hanging and I could not fin k to my bishop until and unless I protect that f4 pawn. But anyhow, this is a mistake. And yes, he has great center and he can gain some more space with b5 even. And this is just bad for me. I think he should have retreated his queen to some square where my knight could not influence her queen. And this is just winning. But one thing that I would like to say is that most of us would have resigned at this stage, but still he was playing this game, which requires a lot of courage. And here I was planning to move my knight to go for a discovered check. And this is a very cool mate. By the way, the name of this mate is smothered mate because the king has no squares to move. All his squares are covered by his own pieces. Good game, good game. I hope you liked my video and see you in my next video. Till then, take care. Tada, goodbye, good day.